Olivia attack. Insect attack. Old Retstein attack. We bring back the Ooze. Ooze attack you. We'll steal you. And bada bing, bada boom. Just like that, we win the game. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be playing some JUND reanimation, and I know what some of you guys are probably thinking out there. Here we go again. Swayze's playing another reanimator deck. Does this guy not get tired of reanimation? And my answer to you would be
no, not even close.
I would never get tired of reanimator, man. It's one of my favorite ways to play Magic, but today's deck is slightly different because it is very much a competitive list that you can rely on ladder grinds, and I found a lot of success with it. So I'm happy to show you guys this one because it is an absolute banger. But before we get started on today's deck breakdown, as always, if you are new here and you find any value in today's content, if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, it is a free way to help support this channel as well as grow it. So thank you so much if you've already done so. And let's dive in, guys. It is a heater today. We have some Dollhouse of Horrors. This is one of my favorite reanimator cards. It's an artifact that allows you for 1 mana to bring back any creature from your graveyard, give it haste, and it gets all of its ETB goodness. The problem with this card is it brings it in as a 1/1, and they become bigger and stronger the more creatures that you bring in. So you do need some pretty cool ETB effects. And some of these cards you've seen me pair up with this card many times before. We did get some new tools though that I can't wait to show you, but here are some of the cards that you've seen me play before. We've got Gelatinous Cube because when it comes in, it has a Skyclave Apparition type of effect where we get to exile something. So that's pretty fantastic. Even as a 1/1 haster, not too bad, especially if we get to dissolve the creature. And then we've also got Consuming Blob because this thing's going to spit out these oozes like crazy. And these oozes can get all the way up to 5/6s in power and toughness. And if it comes in as a 1/1, no problem, because the oozes that it spits out every single turn are 5/6s. So there's a lot of value in these two oozes here. And of course, we've got Olivia, because Olivia, when it comes in, can have haste and then pull something straight from the graveyard. And when it pulls something from the graveyard, it gives it haste. So if we Dollhouse of Horrors and Olivia back to the field, and then Olivia brings back another creature, we've got ourselves some crazy good value there. Now, we've got 2 cards to help us fill our graveyard. 4 Witherbloom Commands, 4 Old Retsteins, 2 of my favorite cards to fill up a graveyard, both in Golgari. And this one gives us a lot of treasure tokens, blood tokens, a lot of things that are very helpful to what we're trying to do. And here's where some of the new cards come into play. We've got Riveteer's Charm. This thing is probably, I'd say, the second best charm in my opinion. But this thing allows us to use it as a soul shatter, basically allowing us to make our opponent sacrifice their highest mana value creature or planeswalker. It also can exile 3 cards from our library, and we can play those cards kind of like a Scald's effect. And then we can exile our opponent's graveyard. So a lot of really cool tools there. If we're going up against a Reanimator Mirror, this thing completely destroys. But most of the time, we're going to use it as spot removal at instant speed. If not, we've got some ways to find some more mana or whatever we need by exiling some cards. We've also got Titan of Industry. This thing is a beast of a card. And if this thing gets brought back with an Olivia, there's not a whole lot our opponent can do, because Olivia brings it back, and then Titan of Industry puts a shield counter on Olivia to protect it. And then what do? Not a whole lot. You got to deal with the 7/7 as opposed to Olivia with the shield counter. So pretty darn good combo there. And last but not least, we have 2 Burning Rune Demons for some more card selection at the the top end. And then our sweeper of choice is going to be Shadow's Verdict. And the reason I chose a Shadow's Verdict, I know it does hit our Old Retstein, but Shadow's Verdict is nice because Shadow's Verdict hits 3 mana planeswalkers as well. So it takes care of Kaido and Obnixilis, which are pretty annoying things. And it helps with, mono white angels, whatever it might be. So it's a really nice card for sweeping the board with. So we chose Shadow's Verdict. And lastly, 2 Tybalts, the Cosmic Imposter. Now, we've only got 2 of these in the deck, but you're going to see the frustration start to build because we drew a Valky in our opening hand every game, it seemed like. And we really want Tybalt. We don't really want the Valky side of this card because most of the time we're sweeping the board and we lose Valky anyways. So it's nice to just have Tybalt late game, which is why I only splashed in 2. But The game is what it is. The shuffler is fine, as they say, and it caused for some pretty funny moments. But anyways, that's going to wrap up today's deck breakdown. We're getting to the gameplay footage now, and after that, we'll meet back here at the end for some final thoughts. Till then, peace, enjoy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a really fun one for you guys today. This is going to be a JUND Reanimator list, and hopefully with some Shadows Verdict, we'll be shutting down a little bit of those Obnixilis type decks, which will be nice. But we got some pretty cool things here, man. We're reanimating from the graveyard, so you know it's going to be a lot of fun. We got ourselves a Consuming Blob early, kind of nice. I do need to figure out a way to get stuff to the graveyard here, so let's hope we can figure that out. But the hand, though, the Dollhouse and the Ooze is really good. And we do find ourselves a Witherbloom Command, which is huge, huge, huge. Get things started early. We're up against potentially a Azorius Control, Mono White. Not sure yet. I don't like that we hit all lands there. That does feel pretty bad. No turn 3 play. Let's go ahead and play the Triumph. You know what? Valky might be pretty good here. We'll see. We'll see what we can grab. Oh, yeah. That's pretty good. Say that's pretty good. Now they're going to have to use a Bloodchief's Thirst on the Valky. So that's value for us there. They missed their land drop? No, they did not. They did not. They're off to a fantastic start here. 2 Righteous Valkyries in the hand. Yikes. That is very problematic. We do have 3/4 Ooze though, which is great news for us. I think we go for the Ooze first, and then we'll go for the Dollhouse of Horrors following it up. They go for the Ninjago. That's a pretty interesting choice. I mean, you're taking it slow, which is going to help me out ultimately. So these little Oozes are going to get really big, and they're also going to get very wide. So hopefully that should be able to outrace our opponent, outpace them. We'll see. They get a free Youthful Valkyrie, which feels bad. All right, like I said, they're off to a blazing start here. If I could just find a Shadows Verdict, we're gonna be money. We'll be money in the bank. All right, Dollhouse of Horrors. See if we can grab this Valky and just steal their Righteous Valkyrie. It does obviously make my Oozes a lot smaller, but I think taking their Valkyrie is pretty important here when we're in the grand scheme of things. That'd be crazy if the Fox was a cleric or something like that. All right, so they get down the Giada, which good for them, but nothing crazy to follow it up with because we know that's a Starnheim Unleashed. We know this is a Retribution, so we're good there. Taking a bit of damage. Might have to just crack this to get some millage. That's interesting. Can that help? I don't think it can. All right. I guess it doesn't help to do that first though, huh? Get some life gain. There we go. And it does get us a monstrous creature to bring back onto the battlefield. All right. This is tricky. This is very, very tricky because we do get back the Titan, right? We get back the Titan, but it's going to make these smaller, and then Titan's only going to be a 2/2, so we get a shield counter to it, obviously, so it can block over the top. All right. Got to put some damage on them. These can't block on the return attack except for against this, so we are going to get another Ooze, though. Will that Ooze be big enough? Actually, we're going to get a 4/4. Are we? No, we're not. We're not going to get a 4/4. All right. I'm sorry. We're just doing a lot of thinking right now in my head, trying to figure out how to do this. Let's go here. Get back to Titan. It's only going to be a 2/2, which is a little bit sad. But it is going to get a shield counter, and I think gaining 5 life here is the play. Yeah, I think that's the play. All right, that way it can block a couple of turns. We get another blocker with a 3/4 ooze, so we can block the Architect down low. Vanishing Verse on the Titan feels very bad. That's quite a top deck they just hit there. Yep, here comes one Angel. It's gonna be a... Why did it get so many counters? Hold on. Each other angel you control enters the battlefield with an additional 1 counter for each angel you already control. Wow, okay. I thought that was like almost a cascading ability, but I forgot you can actually... Wow, that's crazy. Okay. Well, it's Shadow's Verdict or bust at this point, right? I'd say so. Sometimes Magic is very, very easy, guys. Oh, man. Sometimes Magic is just easy like that. All right. The problem I have here, though, right? The problem I have here is that they're going to get back another Righteous Valkyrie into their hand like so. I do have the Valky, though, to... I do have the Valky that I could cast as a Tibalt side, exiling their Valkyrie, which is nice. Holy Shadow's Verdict. Dude, I cannot believe we actually hit that. That was phenomenal. And another one just for good measure. Just for good measure, man. Let's go, dude. Oh my god, what a game. What a game. Angels came out of the gates hot with the perfect draws. Just absolutely nuts, but we finally find ourselves our Shadow's Verdict and good to go. Let's see what we hit here. Ooh, a Starnheim. Don't mind if I do. Could gain a little bit of life there. No attacks. Whoops. Cancel attacks. And we get another ooze. They have a 4/4 angel. It can tap to kill another angel. Righteous Valkyrie probably, I'm guessing. But if they do attack, we have our own angel to block with, which is nice. Don't like that though.
I know there's a hero inside you.
What's nice though is I can keep plussing Tibalt, right? And Tibalt should be able to find us what we need. Ouch. I'm gonna keep the Valkyrie alive because this is 5 damage, right? This is 5 damage. We still survive, and then we gain life back on whatever Tibalt can top deck off for our opponent's deck. So they scoop it up. That is kind of odd to see a scoop up there the way we just did. They got us down to 2 life. They were gonna get double strike next turn. They can get Elspeth. That's so strange that they just decided to give up here. I mean, I guess, wait, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. Oh, never mind. That's not that strange. I didn't do the math on the return fire. The return fire is lethal. I see what they did there. Sometimes I'm a little slow to the uptick, but I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. What an absolute heater of a game there, guys. What a heater. Yeah, that lifelink on that last attack there was just threw me off. I'm like, why are they just quitting so easily? They already did the math in their head, and I'm over here just like not even looking at it. I guess we can keep it. I don't really like it that much, but I think it's good enough. I'm a little bit concerned that, like, I know you guys are only seeing this game and the last game so far, but I've played this deck quite a bit already, and we've drawn Valky every time, and the Valkyes, there's only 2 in the deck, so it's like, how do I keep handing a Valky every time? I don't know. It's kind of weird. Thought it was worth mentioning, but kind of strange. We get a Riveteer's Charm, probably the best charm, honestly. No, I'd say the Esper Charm in my opinion, but this is definitely a good second. Part of me doesn't even want to cast it because we have the Shadow's Verdict. I don't know. Let's see what kind of shenanigans they're up to. Ninjutsu. Make me discard a card. No thanks. If they take off the menace counter, they can make me discard a card. So, not happening. Maybe it is time for a little Valky action here. I'll take that. I'll take that. They are going to have to cast their Blood Chief's Thirst. It sounds like my son's having an absolute meltdown in the living room. I hope that's not getting picked up on the mic. Nice. We do get what we need there with the land, and we get ourselves a Consuming Blob, which can block the Blade of the Oni because we have 2 creatures, but they do have another Blood Chief's Thirst, so they're going to get it. We're going to go ahead and Dollhouse next turn, get it right back, and then we continue the onslaught of oozes. So ultimately not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, they're just going to commit more to the board here, it looks like. That seems like a mistake to me. You're not going to cut off the source? I guess because they didn't hit a land drop though, huh? Yeah, they didn't hit a land drop. Ooh. Stinks. That stinks. I'm gonna do this. It might seem like a pretty early Shadow's Verdict, but I think it's worth it when you're talking about the fact that they have the ninjutsu. Because it's not just discarding. It says, here, let me actually get out of the way so you guys can see here. So it says, whenever it deals combat damage to a player, may remove a menace counter from it. When you do, that player reveals their hand and you choose a non-land card from it, exile that card. And that's the problem I have, is that it exiles. Kind of like they just exiled my ooze. That's pretty messed up. Pretty messed up. Why was I not allowed to... Wait. They exiled all... Oh, I Shadow's Verdict. Oh my gosh. I'm all over the place right now. Sorry. Sorry. I'm a dodo. I Shadow's Verdict the old Rutstein away. There we go. Let's go ahead and take the old Rutstein again. All right, blood token's fine. Not great, but it's fine. I can't block the 6/4 on the way back, right? So might as well swing in here, and I'll take the 6/4 damage. Honestly, I mean, I could take him out of combat and give him a card, but I don't think I want to. Maybe I should though, because of ninjutsu, right? Ah, they scoop it up. Yeah, we had them pretty much beat the whole way through, but I don't know. A lot of weirdness that game. Sorry, I was a little preoccupied trying to figure out what's happening in the living room. I'm gonna go check on that real quick. BRB. All right, we are back, guys. Sorry about that. Had to go do a quick check-in on the family. Everything's good. The kiddo is just he's one and he throwing a little bit of a fit, but we've got it all sorted out. He's good now. He just wanted some cheese quesadillas apparently, and he didn't want his mom to put him down while she cooked it. So that was the big explosion. But anyways, we're back. My mind is right. My Shadow's Verdicts are not going to trick me up. I'm going to be okay. We're going to figure this out. We get to go first. We have a Witherbloom command, which is phenomenal. Straight into old Rutstein. I love the command because it can safely, you can safely keep 2 lands in hand. Because you can go ahead and dig for that 3rd one. But I have been burned by it before. I have been burned by it before, so we'll see if it holds true. Nice, we get our land. Beautiful. Beautiful. Get ourselves 2 life as well, which is very helpful when we're talking about mono white. Can make all the difference in the world. We shall see. Looks like it might be just a Esper Aggro list, I'm guessing. It sure is. Thalia. Shadow's Verdict is phenomenal. Blood Token's not terrible. It gets us a little bit of card action here to hopefully hit another land drop. Wouldn't mind seeing a treasure off the top on this next go. Like double land. I want to get runner lands here. Ah, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Rutstein was a great blocker for the Thalia. So let's run it again. Run it back. We get the treasure. Feels great. I think the Consuming Blob can definitely go because I like that better coming back through the Dollhouse of Horrors than I do the Titan of Industry, because the Titan of Industry would then get smaller. So I think that's the play here. And we're looking good, man. We're looking good. We got ourselves a Shadow's Verdict next turn. We get back our old Rutstein that we're going to lose. So that's beautiful. Hopefully they play, you know, another 3-drop creature. It'd be great. Nice. There we go. There we go. Nice. They connive with the Thalia, which makes it stronger, so they're able to attack freely without issue. They connive for 3 though. That's crazy. Definitely block Thalia for the most damage absorption. And then we go in on them, baby. Let's go. Old Rutstein comes back, hits the battlefield. We get to start the process all over again. We got a 5 Dollhouse. A Dollhouse for 5, which means we get to activate it right away, getting ourselves a Consuming Blob, which is a 3/4 at the moment. We do need to get a creature in the yard if we want to get max value out of it. They've got instant speed magic here. What's it gonna be? Nice. We get another creature. We'd love to see that. I don't think the Seiju is going to be that important in this particular matchup, so let's get it down for some land. Dollhouse of Horrors, and then we'll probably actually grab the Burning Rune Demon so we can get two more things to put in the graveyard. One in our hand, one in the graveyard. Wonder if it's counter magic. I mean, it could be the Charm. Interesting. It's the Flash 3/1 lifelink, and it says whenever Obscure enters the battlefield, it connives. When it connives this way, return up to 1 target spell to its owner's hand. So it's basically a divide by 0. No attacks. We do have the 1/1 to protect our life total. This is a fantastic card, by the way. Absolutely love this card. It's a 4/2 divide by 0. What a cool little spell. All right, so they've got options, unfortunately, the Titan being one of those options, and sure enough, they grab it. I will make a double block here on the Obscura, though. No, they don't want to give it to me. Fair enough. Unfortunately for them, this is a flyer, and it's a 1/1. It can block the Elite Spellbinder, and we're going to get another Titan, or you can give us Gelatinous Cube. Gelatinous Cube! We like the Gelatinous Cube because it can exile some stuff, which very helpful here in this creature matchup. They gave me the Titan of Industry. That's kind of what I was hoping for, so thank you, I guess. Thanks, man. Maybe they have another Elite Spellbinder. That would kind of make some sense. Let's see. Are they going to attack into the Burning Rune Demon? I doubt it. They go straight to the attack step, which is weird. They don't activate their cave. The cave could get through, put some pressure on me. Wow. They're being very passive, which, thanks. That's pretty huge. That's pretty huge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana still left over even after I use this. That's money. That's money. Oh, they did not like that. They did not like that at all. G to the G. All right, we're kind of locked in now. I'm feeling better now. We're warmed up. We're locked in. Ready to go. I am a little annoyed though. This camera, man, this camera. I know you guys probably don't even notice half the time, but it's like darker right now, and I don't know why. No matter how bright I make the lights, it's like darker, and it does that every now and then. You guys believe this? Can you believe this? Another Tibalt in the opening hand. Unreal. Unreal. All right, like that. We like that. Boros though, what is up with that? What's going on with the Boros here? Not sure. Oh, it's Naya. Naya. It's gonna be the runes deck, I'm guessing. Anytime I see these Kamigawa lands, for whatever reason, it's almost always Selesnya or Naya enchantments. Every time, it's so strange. This is fine though. We have the Riveteer's Charm, and when they go to put the rune onto it, we will just drop it with the charm. Let's do this. Titan of Industry, not bad. These are some big boys. I would have liked to get him back with Olivia or, you know, a dollhouse, but it's all good. This should pretty much cripple them if they cast a rune onto it. Not really cripple them. It's only 1 mana, but they do miss their draw step, and it really slows them down. Did they just Yorgo me? That's funny. That is funny. Thank you. That was one of the funnier Yorgos I've seen. They insta-Yorgo'd me thinking that they had me. Unfortunate for them, they did not have me. And now they're just trolling. They're just giving me all the benefits here so they can draw cards. They need the card draw. I told you it would cripple them, man. Not having that creature to play the runes onto, it really does. It really did cripple them, I think. I think they're just upset. Titan of Industry. I don't know why I put the shield counter. If you really think about the matchup, the shield counter really won't matter here. 2, 4, 6. I have 7 mana. I can cast the Tibalt now too. I mean, they're not even trying anymore. They are salty AF. Salty AF. All right, Tibalt doing its thing. Got a whole board state. We're kind of just playing this game out just to play it out. Kind of silly. Well, let's get him out of here. We'll see ya. Sorry I destroyed your little Runeforge champion. Didn't know it was gonna upset you so bad. We are absolutely stomping through platinum right now with this deck. I knew I would. Like I said, this is kind of the deck that I've used recently to just kind of rank through the ladder with. There's got to be something wrong with the algorithm. There's no shot I have a 2 of Tibalt in my deck in every opening hand I've drawn it. It doesn't make any sense. It literally makes no sense. We're being trolled. I'm not mad that we have Tibalt in the opening hand. I'm not. What I'm upset about is that there's 2 in the deck, and I just want to draw 1 late game and then get the Tibalt down. That's why it's in the deck. I don't want it in the opening minutes of the game every time. I'm not trying to play the Valky side of this card too often because of Shadow's Verdict. You know what I'm saying? It's helpful every now and then, but ultimately not what we're looking for. All right, we're looking to Shadow's Verdict here, so I think we just leave the Rutstein in hand for the moment. For the time being, if we could just maybe find 1 more land off the top, feel a lot better. Riveteer's Charm. That's not bad. All right, so I have options here. I can either Riveteer's Charm away the Righteous Valkyrie, or I could just use it to ensure that I hit my land drop for the Shadow's Verdict, which I think is probably more important here. Yeah, probably. Hitting 2 Valkyries feels pretty solid. There we go. We hit our final land drop. Ensures the Shadow's Verdict. We'll be seeing you. And that should conclude this game. And that's the real problem, is if I'm running Shadow's Verdict, these types of angel decks are in a lot of trouble if I find one Verdict, man. Need 2 more lands though here. 2 more lands here. Do I Verdict again right now, or do I, what do I do here? Yeah, I think I Verdict that again. It's a 5 mana remove 1 creature, which feels terrible, but I think it's fine. Marshal. The Marshal, whenever it enters the battlefield or dies, you may exile a target creature from your graveyard. When you do, put a 1/1 counter on. Okay. Interesting. Another Marshal. Looks like we're going to Shadow's Verdict again. One more time for the road. There's nothing they can do. I feel bad about this because I've been on the other end of this where it's like, oh, they have their perfect card, and not only do they have their perfect card, they have 3 of, like, in their opening hands. It's like, it's a little wild. I do need to find 1 more land, and there it is. That's going to ensure proper victory here. We don't get to keep any sort of value from killing the 4/4, but it does ensure that they can't attack or tap it down to kill our Tibalt. So we should be fine. Because we have Titan of Industry, which can block just fine, so. Tibalt's gonna +2 every time too, which is super helpful. Another Elspeth though. This could help. I mean, they could find a Valkyrie here. It would be their 4th Valkyrie though, which would be wild. All right. Doubled up on the lands. Titan of Industry for sure. We'll gain 5 life. We'll destroy that. There we go. That handles that problem. That way they don't get double strike. Double strike could have been a real issue for us. Vanishing Verse. Yikes. That means Tibalt's gone. Oh, we could be in trouble here, ladies and gentlemen. We actually could be in a lot of trouble here. What's in the yard? Just 3 Shadow's Verdict. There's no creatures in the yard. Wow. Interesting. This might not... We might not be out of the woods here. Let's keep going. Keep trucking. No creatures. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4 left over. Okay, this works. This works fine. Another land. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. We'll take the Giada though. Giada gone. It doesn't answer the problem of the Youthful Valkyrie at the moment though. The Youthful Valkyrie is going to keep getting bigger and bigger, and it's going to get lifelink and all sorts of nonsense. Vigilance is the best thing to start with though, because now we can't block or attack, I mean. Tibalt in the yard. Cycle this away. Let's see what we hit. Let's see what we hit here. Another Dollhouse. Not bad, but not good. There's nothing to really reanimate here, so pretty gross. All right, I am going to try to attack in here because what's going to happen is they're going to block the 4/3, which is what we want. We want the 4/3 blocked, and now we can reanimate it with the Dollhouse of Horrors. So we can steal their Youthful Valkyrie now. Problem solved there. And then we can get an attack with the old Rutstein and the insect to bring Elspeth's loyalty back down to a 2. So we weather the storm. They make a tough block, but a block they must make. And we get an Olivia. Ooh. Olivia attack. Insect attack. Old Rutstein attack. We bring back the Ooze. Ooze attack you. We'll steal you. And bada bing, bada boom. Just like that, we win the game. Let's go. That was huge. That was huge. GG. All right, we got time for one more banger here. Let's do it. Let's give the people what they want. Some reanimation nonsense. That's what everyone really wants in life, right? Just some reanimation nonsense. That's what I want. And what do you know? Just like clockwork, another Valkyrie in the opening hand. I genuinely can't believe that. Imagine if we didn't get this in the opening hand and we actually got something useful early on, like an old Rutstein in that spot. Like, that would be glorious. Don't know what we're up against yet, but I've got to imagine it's going to be a Golgari like ramp type deck, so it's probably going to see Industry of Titan here in this game. Or Titan of Industry, not Industry of Titan. What in the world? Do we go for the... I feel like we should go for the Valky, but I don't think that the Shadow's Verdict's going to come in play at all, so I think I'm going to go Valky here. Give me something good. Wow, it's just a bunch of kill spells. All right, well, we forced them to use one of their kill spells here. If only I could have transformed Valky into that creature, I could have got back a 4/4 out of it. That'd been pretty bonkers, but all good. Just a lot of kill spells, huh? That's the kind of deck we're running. We're already up to a 4/5. It just hit artifact, land, sorcery, and creature. That's amazing. So this is a 4/5. Not bad. Not bad at all. Consuming blob going off early and fast. Nothing they can do to get through this nonsense. They will get a 4/4 after this exchange, unless they're just gonna double kill. I mean, if they double kill, that's a 2-for-1. I'll take that all day. I'll take that all day. Because if we could just find one land off the top here, we got ourselves a dollhouse right back into consuming blob. But no, we don't find it. So old Rutstein it is. Insect. Insect. Come on, I need a land. I need a land so I can get the blob back. I'm telling you though, 2-for-1 on that was really nice. Riveteer's Charm is also an option for this workshop. War Chief? Yeah, War Chief. Meat Hook Massacre for 3. They get back a 4/4. I don't know why they would do that though. That seems kind of odd. Seems kind of weird, if you ask me. Alright, there's a chance I can get a land here off of this, so I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'll do that. Dang it! I screwed up. I screwed it up. I was hoping for a land there off the top, and then I could have gotten the Dollhouse of Horrors in, as well as eating that blood token, which would have been super helpful. Instead, we screwed up. Alright, whatever. I'm gonna have to do this, unfortunately, for a 4/4 token. Gosh, that feels so bad. The good news is they haven't activated their hive yet, and that could really be doing damage to our graveyard. Come on, land, I need you so I can get the Titan back in. Land, please, I need a Titan. Or even if I could just hit a land off the top with the old Rutstein and get that treasure, that'll work too. Their spot removal game though is on point, so I mean if they have another Infernal Grasp type of effect, we could be in a lot of trouble. Nice, we get the treasure and we get the land. Money! So do we play it safe then and play this out? Because if we play Olivia down and we go to attack in, that's the greedier play. If we go with this, that's the less greedy play. Ugh, I don't know. I think we go here. Nice. No instant speed removal. You love to see it. You love to see it. We'll gain 5 life. Oh, they didn't want to see the rest of that. That's unfortunate. Oh, feels bad, man. GG. All right, lucky us. We have time for even another game. That one went by pretty quick. Z-Bruv. We're climbing, man. We're going to be in Diamond soon, hopefully. We get to go first. And no Valky in sight. Oh, my goodness. No Valky in hand. That is a big step in the right direction. Another Retstein, though. That's pretty unhelpful. Rakdos. Does that mean we're seeing an Ob Nixilis this game? We'll see. Some Grixis. What does this do? As long as there are 5 or more mana values among cards in the graveyard, it gets 2/2 and Death Touch. Whenever it dies, mill 2 cards and draw a card. Interesting. In my graveyard too? No, just their graveyard. Just their graveyard. This is now a 1/2. Interesting. Well, we'll probably just exile that with Gelatinous Cube if I'm being honest. Hopefully we can find a land off the top though. Ob Nixilis. Ugh. Okay. Well, they get to do the thing. Shadow's Verdict looking pretty good right about now. It's kind of nice though because I can discard cards pretty easily here and it won't hurt us too bad. Another treasure. This is probably the best bet because we can kill this Ob Nixilis with this and we can take their devil token with no real repercussions of it coming back. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. A little value there. We wish we would have hit a land there though. That was kind of the ideal situation, but we got a treasure out of it, so not the end of the world. Consuming Blob's now 2/3. Once I cast the Riveteer's Charm, it goes up even further to a 3/4. They kill the ooze. They kill the ooze for 1? 3 damage to target creature or player.
And you lose everything.
Interesting. That's pretty darn good. All right. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Blob can go. The Blob can go. Kiki Jiki. Nice. We hit a land. Love to see it. Let's go Riveteer's Charm and get rid of the Ob Nixilis once and for all. Brings up the value of my Consuming Blob as well. No attacks. It's a 3/4. We have Titan of Industry as well in the yard, which means if we can find one more land or another treasure, so we get 2 shots at getting a land here, Olivia comes down with the Titan of Industry, and we should be able to run away with the game from there. A big should. Infernal Grasp. That means we only get 1 shot at the land now. That does actually hurt a lot. That hurts a lot because now we're at the mercy of the top deck. And it does not pull through for us, unfortunately. So we're going to have to go with the Dollhouse of Horrors play to ensure that the next turn we get will be a valuable one. There's no Olivia in the yard, though. That's unfortunate. Well... Man, if only, if only. This might have to be an L that we're going to hold here, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully not, but we'll see. Could bring back old Retstein here and just see if we can get some more value. There's a lot of options here. I think the consuming blob though is the play, just because it's gonna spit out a lot of, you know, potential blockers for us. I don't know. Nixilis again. This is good though. This is actually good. We need to get Olivia into the yard so we can get it back with the Dollhouse of Horrors here. Because then we can get the Titan of Industry. And we can put the shield counter on Olivia. This can be good. So 1 loyalty on the Ob, which Olivia can kill. Ugh, here we go. Now they got the Kato going too. That's brutal. All right, Olivia, do your thing. Titan of Industry, baby, and it will be attacking this Ob Nixilis, and we will go ahead and put a shield counter on a creature, and we'll destroy artifact or enchantment. There we go. Everything is looking pretty good right about now. They're gonna block the Titan of Industry maybe with their 1/1 to deal more damage to, I don't know, maybe Olivia. It wouldn't be a bad idea so it can break the shield counter, but yeah. But Olivia's safe. Both Obs are dead.
My revenge.
Loving it, man. Loving it. What are the odds they have another creature in hand? Pretty slim, right? We'll hold on to Tibbles. They get the strangle off. There goes the Titan of Industry as well. What else is in the yard? Okay, we're gonna have to go for the ooze play again. That's unfortunate. We could go for the gelatinous cube play instead, and that would get rid of the token. No, there's more tokens. I can't keep up because we're just not hitting the land drops, man. Just can't keep up. They're hitting all their planeswalkers and we're just not hitting anything worthwhile. Mill some cards, get a land, kill one of you. I could end up killing though. Oh, I can't kill the shoot. I was gonna say I could kill the Lolth, but I forgot it's gonna gain that 1 loyalty there, which is unfortunate because we could have gone here. All right, let's go with the consuming blob. Start spitting out those 4/5s. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're 1 away from the Burning Rune Demon. That's nice. Apparently, though, asking for land is a very heavy toll that we must pay. Okay, that seems odd. Does that mean that they have a sweeper of some sort, like a Meat Hook Massacre? If they do, Meat Hook Massacre or Burn Down a House both kill us anyways, so we might as well make the block.
We will slay our enemies.
Strangle. That's fine. Eating up my, you know, the consuming blob's tokens, not that big a deal for us, honestly. All right, that's unfortunate because I get the pick of the litter here on the cards in the graveyard. Gelatinous cube. No. And they find another planeswalker. This is just a Grixis planeswalker pile. So unfortunate. We would have been able to do this too, man. We would have been able to do this, but we just didn't draw right. I think we beat this deck 9 times out of 10, honestly. Burning Rune Demon? Sure. Sure. Take action. Take you and you. Doesn't matter which one they give me. We're getting both of them regardless thanks to the Dollhouse of Horrors. If they were smart, they'd give me the Titan. Yep. They give the Titan. We're not completely dead yet, though. I mean, look at the creatures we're producing here. I mean, they're gonna have a hard time getting through this defense line. And these oozes just keep on coming, and they've already spent, you know, cards to remove these tokens just for them to regenerate. So a lot of value there. The other problem we're having, though, is there's a lot of value to be had with their planeswalkers, drawing them infinite amount of cards. Tibalt being able to come down next turn could be pretty gas, I can't lie. Because then I can exile the 2/3.
Blood for knowledge. A fair trade.
And then I can go over the top with Burning Rune Demon on one of the creatures, but looks like they're gonna have, okay, they play another Loth, which actually I don't mind.
You require
More
my
tokens don't exactly
I will get what I
scare me, so that's really odd. They're gonna get Olivia. That was a must attack in for the Olivia, huh?
My power is for annihilation.
Now this is a juicy secret.
All right, well that takes care of, let's see what we got here. Old Rutstein comes in, and then this takes care of the Lulth. Let's get rid of this Kato, man. This Kato's the biggest problem. That's the biggest problem we're having right now is Kato. Kato can ult, but the ult is not very good. Alright, take care of the Lulth. We'll be seeing ya. Bring back the old Rutstein. Hopefully finding us some lands off the top, because we could really use that treasure right about now. Alright. End our turn. Another blob comes down as a 5/6, by the way. It's at max capacity now. 5/6 is the biggest that these blobs can get. You never know, man. We might be able to turn this around. They've only got the Hagra Mauling in hand, but they do have 2 planeswalkers that draw them cards, which is the problem I'm having here, is that they just keep finding tools because they're drawing so many cards. There's a Meat Hook Massacre, which doesn't exactly like scare me too much, just because we have we want them to lose their creatures too, and we have the Dollhouse. Nothing we can do about that, so I'm just gonna have to get through, which means Kato draws him another card. Would have drawn him another card regardless, but
I know something you don't know.
and this Meat Hook's gonna deal 2 to me, which puts me down to 5. Titan of Industry obviously gets us back some more life. They're not going to play the Meat Hook. Something fishy about that, I can't lie. Let's see what happens here when we attack. I can't give up my 2/2 ooze. There's no way. I could attack in there with the 2/2 ooze on the Kato, and it would ensure that Kato dies for sure, but I can't give up the value there. They take my old Rutstein from me, which is pretty smart, but they lose their Kato and their Sorin, which seems like a bad trade-off to me, if I'm being honest. Meat Hook Massacre more than likely going to be the play for them. This can only destroy target creature, not planeswalkers. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this, because we avoid the meat. If we get Meat Hooked here, Tibalt will at least still resolve on the battlefield and stay there. So now they have 2 problems to deal with. They've got a Tibalt, which is gonna win me the game, or they can just focus on sweeping the board. Your call. Your call. They cycle a land out of their hand. That's good. That means desperation. I can't believe we've been able to deal with this many planeswalkers, man. Holy cow. We just absolutely dealt with like 7 planeswalkers, it feels like. That's fine, but that means they're not going for my health, which means they really do respect the Tibalt out here. That's good to know. This is kind of nice too. I can flash and exploit, and when it exploits, I can target spell, which is pretty phenomenal when you're talking about all these consuming blobs out there that I can use. Tenacious underdog, sure. Sure. Give me your underdog. Actually, I'll take that. And then I think the Titan is fine. I think the Titan is fine because I need to get that life gain. I need that life gain because we are too low, and with the meat hook out there, anything can happen. Obviously, I know we get Haggar Maulinged here on the Titan because we don't have the shield counter, but that's kind of just baiting them because we have the Olivia. We can bring the Titan back next turn anyways. So we're looking fine. And if I want to get really fancy, I can drop a consuming blob, and then eventually I can use the tokens that it spits out for the overcharged for the counter magic. So that's kind of nice. That's not good though. There goes the Titan. Didn't expect that play. That was actually a really well played there. What other creatures are in my yard here? Just Burning Rune Demon. Burning Rune Demon though, I mean, I can't say just Burning Rune Demon. Like, that's a really good card. All right, let's get after it. We'll take you and you. Which one are you going to give us? A Tibalt, or are you going to give us a Titan of Industry? Both of those feel pretty bad, man. Pretty bad, man. They give me a Tibalt. Nice. Which means I can Titan of Industry with the dollhouse on this turn. Nice. Which means shield counter on Olivia. Just saying. There's the scoop. Holy cow. That was a game and a half. This is going to make for one long video, though. I didn't expect the last game to be that long. So let's break this thing down. That is going to conclude today's gameplay footage, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Before we break this thing down, as always, just wanted to give a quick, huge shout out to everybody who's made it this far into the video. I do appreciate you sticking around this long. It does help out with the algorithm here on YouTube and pushes my videos out to more people. So thank you for that. I do really appreciate it. Let's dive in. Which button do I press? I forget. Yeah, this one. All right, let's dive in and talk about it. So I personally loved this deck. It was so good. I don't think we dropped a single game. I'll have to go back and watch, but I don't think we dropped a single game. And Shadow's Verdict definitely came in clutch for us once. And yeah, man, I mean, I don't have a whole lot to break down here. Normally I'll look for flaws in the deck and try to give you guys, you know, some ways to change out those cards, some ideas to make them a little bit better, or to experiment with and get back to me on. But I think this deck, as far as how it's built, is pretty spot on. You can change obviously one or two things here, or maybe even add a couple of things, but for the most part, I think the deck is pretty darn spot on. But as far as cards you can add to the deck, Balagad Recovery, I probably should have had this in the deck. I didn't think that one through, but this card is pretty cool because it can get us back some value from the graveyard. For 3 mana, we can bring back a card from the graveyard, which we want to use when we lose things like the Dollhouse of Horrors or like an Olivia. We can get those back with the Balagad Recovery, so we can start reanimating again. Or if we're in trouble and we can't find things to put into the graveyard, we could throw down another Witherbloom Command or something like that. But Balagad Recovery probably belongs in this deck, so you should probably figure out a way to squeeze that in there. What else were we going to talk about? I had one more thing I wanted to kind of talk about. Oh, Burning Rune Demon. These two cards can kind of, I don't know how to spell it. Hold on. Is it M-U-A-R? M-U-A-R. Nope. Okay, we'll have to find it the hard way. Anyways, The Burning Rune Demon can be exchanged out for another creature called Morog. I don't know how to spell the name, but Morog is a creature that allows you to attack twice. This card right here. There we go. That's how you spell it. Anyways, this card in Burning Rune Demon, you've noticed, I'm sure you saw it in my last Marty video. I'm a big fan of both of these cards. Shout out Watts if you're watching. Watts kind of put me onto these cards. But Morog is a card where you can play a land in your second main phase. It on taps and gives you a second attack phase, which could be absolutely broken and bonkers. Let's say you get Olivia down, bring back a Morog, you attack in, they think the game's over, you lay down a land, you attack again and bring back the Titan of Industry. It's pretty much a wrap. So you can go that more aggressive route and take out Burning Rune Demon for Morog, which would be pretty cool. But that is the only two adjustments I think that I would maybe experiment with or change. The rest of the deck has been phenomenal for me, and the Riveteer's Charm has been great. There's been no real problems or flaws with this deck. Obviously, Valky made his way into our opening hand every single game, but late game it gave us that alternate win con, which really helped because there was that one time our opponent was holding Meat Hook Massacre, and we were able to play Tybalt as a second type of a threat that they couldn't Meat Hook away. So Tybalt definitely has a place in this deck, but I really wish we'd stop drawing into it every single game in the opening hand. But yeah, ultimately that's the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That will conclude today's video. But before I hop out of here, huge shout out as always goes to the Marty Mob, man. Thank you guys so much for being part of the Marty Mob. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all the help you guys give me every single day, and thank you for the kind words you guys are always posting here in the comments, the live streams. I just want to say thank you so much for everything you do for me. So if you guys want to know more about what the Marty Mob is, it is a membership program here on the channel that helps support me and the channel. Also gives you guys some benefits and perks to your account. You can hit the join button down below or a link in the description below. If you don't see the join button, it'll tell you all about it, and you can decide from there and how you want to do, if you want to do that or not. But thank you guys for the everyone who has, and we'll see you guys on the next video tomorrow. Till next time, peace.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Fizzy, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man, man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.